Hello everybody, Eaglefirefly Gaming here, and I hope you are all doing good. Okay, so here we are, Viridian. It is now live, and we are now looking at the Bane. Absolutely beautiful ship. I love this ship. This is on the test server. I don't think anybody will have built one yet, but there is time. So we're gonna go and have a look. I won't be flying one of these within the next 30 days, I'm sure. There's a few things that I need to do on the main server. So let's have a little look. Oh, it is empty. I did do a fit, but I don't know where it's gone. But this is the Bane. So the basic stats for the Bane are so you have traits. Now I've injected all the way up, so I can now do everything at level 5 so that we can have a good see at what we can do. Let me just see if I can load a fit in here. Okay, so fit loaded. So this isn't, I would say, a true dreadnought combat fit. We would probably have capital armor repairers down here and cap boosters up here and a few bits and bobs, but I've just been having a little bit of a play around and see what we can do with this thing. So with the lance, obviously we've got the Azumaru, which is EM damage, and then we now do the XL torpedoes. So without siege loaded, we've got 850 DPS. We're going to simulate this up with the Siege Tech 2 module up. So now we've got a pretty good, decent DPS from those torpedoes. We're looking at 13,000 DPS, so which is not to be shied away at. So it's got good DPS, a fairly decent range, about 43 kilometers. You can refit this out to have torpedoes, guidance computers, so you can extend the range of those torps and so on. And obviously we've got the new lance. So we're going to have a look at the new lance. So we can see here that I'm still trying to get to grips with how this works. Very early days. So basically it's an AoE damage type of weapon. So you aim it like you do a Doomsday weapon lance. But it has a horizontal and a vertical plane. So you can aim it horizontal and up or down, not target a ship directly. So it's all manual. So you've got to try and figure it out on the tactical map, which we'll have a look shortly. When you fire the lance, you will basically get EM damage towards larger ships. Increases the damage dependent on the signature rates of the ship. Smaller ships are going to have time to get away. So it's not something that you can attack a small fleet with. You're not going to get much damage application on them. Direct hit on caps. This will survive about 3 hits from one lance. So if you have a fleet of maybe 2, 3, 4 separate lances all lancing at the same time, then you're going to get hit quite hard, and it will take a single capital down. So after that, once we've got the damage out of the way, then we've got energy neutralizing, warp disruption, and no tether. So that's how that works. So let's undock. Let's have a look at this beauty. If we can, just undock. Ooh, where's my station thing gone? Here we go. Undock. It's an absolutely beautiful model. So we'll get it with the space cam so you can see. So we're undocking here now. Let's close all of this stuff. There we go. So as you can see, it's a beautiful model. Now, don't think I'll be breaking rules if I siege on here. So as you can see, let's just get the space cam up. Well, where's she gone? So the lighting is absolutely fantastic. So if you've seen my other video on the frigate video for the Mar frigates, you'll see that all the lighting's changed on all of the different ships, and they've really brought out the vibrance of the ship, and it adds to the immersion as well. So it makes it look really beautiful. So getting close up there, you can see those torpedo launchers down there. So I'm just going to pop it in siege so we can see them pop out. If it's going to let me. Oh, I've got no strong loaded. How embarrassing. Okay, so we'll just do space cam action for a minute. And then we'll go and get some strong. I've lost a couple of these already. With having some fights with various different people. It's been real good fun. But yeah, it's a beautiful ship. Keep an eye out as well for the shorts. Let's get rid of that. Keep an eye out for the shorts and some of the cinematic stuff that we've got coming up for this ship and some other bits and bobs. We're looking at the new Homefront systems or the new Homefront operations mission sites. So yeah, that's going to be really interesting. But as you can see, it is an absolutely beautiful ship, and I've got that lighting down to an absolute point. So let's load some Stront up, and we'll go to one of the combat sites, and we'll just throw the lance out so you can have a look. Okay. All right, so now we've got that Stront loaded. It was a bit embarrassing, I forgot about that. Let's just get these hardeners running just in case there's anyone there. There might not be anyone there yet this early. Let's have a look. So the align time, it is a bit of a tank. So it's got nearly a 40-second align time. Now this is all with maximum skills, so I'm not too sure if there are any other skills that will improve the align time of this ship. Probably not. It does appear slower than the faction dreadnoughts for align time, but it's one of those ships where if you're going to plant it, it's planted, and you're either going to probably bridge out or sino out, or you're going to be jumping a gate, or you're going to be on the structure. So there's kind of lots of various different options that you can use for this ship. It's not limited to any one type. So we're in warp now. But I have noticed that we've got no sound. Oh, never mind. Oh, there we go. Let's try and get some sound going. Oh, there we go. It's coming back now, I think. Let's turn it up a bit. I think it's a little better. Whoop, there we go. Now we have sound. There we go. Right, okay, so out of warp. Let's go to the space cam. Can't just wait. There we go. Okay, so first thing we're going to do, we're going to see it go into siege. So there's a little bit of smoke there you can see with the cloud work. So we'll close this. And then we will go siege now. Hopefully that worked. Yep, it did. Oh, there they go. And we get a nice little sound effect. And now we're in siege. So we get cool animations, cool noises. And now we're in siege. So to use the lance, you need to be in siege. So you can't use the lance without being in siege. Now, I have noticed that you can move a little bit as you drop into siege, which might help various situations. Then again, it might not. So, the lance. So basically what we do is you get an idea of where you are. So the TAC map is helpful. There's probably going to be other people that are more experienced in using lances, which will probably be able to help in a situation. So if you have a ship, the way I figured it out was, you can figure out the bearing here, and then the height you can do sort of manually, but you can't move the camera whilst you're loading the lance. So if we go straight, so we can get our bearing here, based on the tactical map. So you basically single click way one down, and then you can basically what you can do then is you can use the space cam, which I have just figured out. If it'll let you go towards the ship. I have my space cam settings on really low. So you can't use the tactical map with the mouse, but you can use the space mouse. So that can give you the decision on which vertical plane that you're going to do. So that will help navigation on where the ship's going to be. And this cone here is the damage arc. So you basically then click again, come away, and it does a loading cycle. So it gives small ships chance to escape. And it does that for a second or two. And then it'll fire the lance. How cool is that? And it causes AoE damage down that cone, all the way down to the ship that it's firing on. Now, the cool thing about this is, which is another thing that I figured out, was you can damage multiple ships with this lance. So if there is a bunch of capitals that are all bunched up, so there's a situation where capitals aren't spread out because of faxes and things like that. So if capital ships are all bunched up, you fire multiples of these lances at those capital ships, all of them take damage, and they all take the same amount of damage. So it's not like it's similar mechanics to the Edencom ships with the zappy thing, where it bounces between ships when they're at close proximity. It has a very similar damage mechanic to that, which might become interesting in fleet battles. So I really can't wait to see this. So anyway, this is the Bane. We're going to go through in a separate video the production of it. Some of you players that are close to me will notice that I've been quite heavy on production recently and industry. I do have some of these in invention process as we speak. So hopefully we'll be able to build one of these, and we're going to look at the industry changes in a separate video and how that might affect various bits and bobs. So cool. So thanks for watching, and I shall leave you with this.